Hey guys, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be sharing with you my makeup brushes, and this video was actually requested by one of my viewers, and her name is Natasha Hai, if I'm not wrong. And she actually wanted to know if there are any affordable makeup brushes here in Singapore readily available in the stores. To be honest, let me just tell you that brushes in Singapore, as in makeup brushes in Singapore, it's really not cheap. I actually mainly got most of my brushes online, so I'm just going to link down below the information of where I got all of these brushes down below in the info box and where you can actually get them. First part of this video, I'm actually going to be talking about the more affordable brushes, especially for people who are just like, you know, beginners in makeup and you just want to try to be experimental in makeup, and you want to get brushes for yourself and you don't want to spend too much money on them. I think I actually got it in 2011, and this is the Studio Brushes by ELF, and it actually comes in 11 different brushes. I got it from smooshies.com. I'm not sure whether that website is still available, but I actually got it from the warehouse itself. I will try to get the address of the warehouse and I'll just put it in the info box down below. This is actually called the powder brush, which is actually a flat top, and I believe that this is really great at applying foundation because it's dense, and this is what I used to use when I first started off with makeup. I actually use this to apply my liquid foundation. This is the complexion brush, and this brush is great for applying powder to set your foundation, or you can actually even use this to apply your blusher. Whereas this one is actually called a blush brush. I'm not really a fan of this brush because this is really very small, but it is great especially if you want to apply highlight on your cheekbones. Maybe you want to contour using this as well. I'm not really a fan of this though. This is a contour brush. It is great for applying the eye color or an eyeshadow color on your crease, and this is quite dense, so the color can be rather intense when you apply it. This is the precision brush, which is a really tiny brush, really great at applying eyeshadow underneath your at the bottom lash line. And this is mostly used among all of these brushes that I've talked about, and this is actually the concealer brush. I apply this to pick up my concealer. I actually pick up my concealer from MAC because it actually comes in a pot. Yeah, it's almost finishing already. So I don't exactly like to use or dip my finger inside, so I would rather use a brush, pick up the product and apply it directly to my skin. And this is what I've been using even up till now. And then it also comes with a C brush, which is great at applying your eyeshadow all over your lids. Small smudge brush. If you have your pencil liner or whatsoever, you can actually use this as a smudger. I believe it actually comes with a brow comb and brush as well, but unfortunately mine went missing, so it actually somehow looks like this. This is also from ELF, but I'll be talking more about this later on. For the last two brushes, these two brushes, I don't really use them at all actually. This is the fan brush. I see a lot of people using the fan brush to remove any fallouts on your skin or around this area of your face, or sometimes they actually use this to apply highlight as well because it's really very fluffy. As you guys can see, it's not dense at all, so you can actually put a little bit of product around your cheekbone area, but I don't use it because I don't use highlighter, that is. And finally is the angled foundation brush, which some people prefer to use this to apply their foundation on your skin, but for me, I am not really a fan of that because I would rather, and I would very much prefer to use something that is more dense. I do have the normal ELF brushes. The previous one I talked about, if you notice, most of the brushes are actually black in color, but this one are actually white or more of a pearl color. This is actually the eyeshadow brush. I really love this brush so much. It is not too dense, it's not too what do you call that, fluffy, is that what you call it? I don't know. I really like to use this mainly to apply my contour color because I don't know, I just really like the shape of this brush and it just makes application really easy. I didn't have a blending brush last time, so this is called the blending eye brush. It is a little bit dense for a blending brush in my opinion, so I used to use this last time. It works okay, but I actually found a better blending brush, but I mean, for a beginner, this is fine. This is a smudge eye sponge. I used to love using pencil liner on my upper lash line, and I will just use this to smudge out that liner in order to make it look more natural. To be honest, I really hate this so much because it is just very... I don't know, it's not soft at all. Anyway, the brushes which I've shown all of you guys just now, the studio brushes, they are very soft, but unfortunately this one is really very harsh on the skin. I guess probably because I am more used to using brushes which are really soft. So when I try to use this as my contour tool, I don't know, I just don't really like how it feels on my skin because it's really very rough, so I don't really recommend that. This is the defining eye brush, which is great at applying eyeshadows at your outer corners. So those are the brushes which are more affordable. Right now, I am going to talk to you guys about the brushes which I use on an everyday basis. Oh, before we move on to that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Tiara, or Rusty Shoes 92 here on YouTube, and she's actually my brother's girlfriend, and it's because on my 24th birthday, which was like a few weeks ago, she actually gifted me with this Sigma brushes. Oh my god, let me just tell you that I am just so happy when she gave me. This is actually one of the stuff which is in my wish list. It's just, I know that it's very expensive, Tiara, you shouldn't have, seriously, I know it's really very expensive, and this is the Make Me Classy Sigma Professional brushes. Tiara, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy I am when I receive these. These brushes are so soft. So now on to the brushes which I normally use on an everyday basis, but some of them are almost the same, but actually, like, you know, rotate using them because I just feel like it, you know. So these are the brushes which I use on an everyday basis, and in case if you want to know where I actually got this container from, I actually got it from Daiso. It cost only $2, which is so affordable like that. Okay, so for foundation, right, I actually use these two brushes. And this one is actually from Real Techniques, and I believe it only comes in the core collection, and this was also gifted to me by my cousin Fiza. Thank you, Fiza, I love this so much. I think she gave this to me when I turned 22 or 21, I can't remember, but I have it ever since then, and I really love it so much. This is really dense and it's really great at applying your liquid foundation. I don't think I can ever live without this, seriously. This is just so good. And after Tiara has actually given me the Sigma brushes, I have started to use this brush, and this is the F50 Duo Fibre Brush, or some people actually call it as a stippling brush. Last time I actually used to think that it is not possible to use this as a foundation brush because I prefer something which is more dense, but hey, who knows, I actually love this, love it so much. I realized that when I actually use this, right, I tend to use a little bit lesser product as compared to using this. I have no idea why. I really like how soft and gentle it feels on my skin. It makes buffing so nice. I love using these two brushes all together, and this is the Real Techniques powder brush, which is a humongous brush. I call this brush a humongous brush. It is so big. Look at how big this is, really. And again, it is really very soft. I normally apply my powder all over my face, and so nice. Of course, I will also alternate using it using this. This is the Sigma Large Powder Brush in F30. Also very soft. Oh my goodness. I used to always use the Concealer Brush by ELF, which I've mentioned earlier on. I still do, and I also alternate using this Sigma Concealer Brush in F70. I really like because it helps to pick out the, you know, concealer. It has some sort of a consistency which is kind of liquidy and something like that. So I really like how it actually pick out the product, and I'm able to blend out those concealer using this as well, and I really like that a lot. I want to talk about contour and blush, not very much on the highlighting part because I don't apply highlighter. And for contouring, right, I used to use this which I have said it sucks, but after Tiara has given me the Sigma brushes, I've actually started using the large angled contour F40, which is basically an angled brush, and I really like how detailed it is in applying my contour. And I actually use the Benefit Benefit Hoola Bronze. I actually mainly use this to contour my face, to make my cheekbone appear higher so that my face look a little bit slimmer. And again, this is so soft, and as you can tell, it's very dirty right now because I've used it this morning. And for my blush, I have been using my Real Techniques blush brush, and thus the reason why it is very pink. It is actually not pink, it's usually white if it's clean, but it's because I've used my blusher, so it's pink. And again, it's really very soft. It makes application really nice because it's very soft, and it picked out products really well as well. Okay, so for my brows, I mainly just use this e.l.f. Professional Brow Comb and Brush, and I actually mainly use this part to comb through my brows. I don't know, it's like a habit. I'm not sure whether that is actually the use for that, but it's becoming a habit and I have to use it every single day to comb my brows. Moving on to the eyes, let me just talk about the base first, or rather the the brush which I use to apply my eyeshadows all over my lids. Let me just pick out a few. And yeah, these two are the ones which I normally use. This is the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. Okay, and it's really very flimsy. I really like because I am able to blend out my eyeshadows using this as well. For something which are more like glittery, I would rather use the MAC 239 brush, which is a little bit more dense, so that I can actually pack the color onto my lid. So for my contour, I used to always use the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, which is the one that I talked about right now, just now, sorry. And right now I mainly use my MAC 217 brush to apply my contour color, and I've been using this too quite a lot. And this one you can actually use it as a blending brush as well, which is the MAC 217. And then to blend out all of the eyeshadow colors on my eyes, this is the Urban Decay blending brush, and it comes in the Naked 2 palette. And I've been using this quite a lot to blend out all of my eyeshadow colors. And recently I have been using the Tapered Blending Brush by Sigma in E40, which is so awesome at blending. Really, it just makes blending really easy because it's really very fluffy, and I don't know, it's just so nice on the eyes. And sometimes to apply eyeshadows underneath the eyes, I would gravitate towards using this accent brush from Real Techniques, and I can actually just apply it underneath. I also love this so much. This is the Pencil E30 by Sigma, and I like to smudge out any eyeshadows on my bottom lash line. If you want to apply the gel liner whatsoever, you can actually get something which looks like this. It is flat, it is angled. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this is what I normally would like to use. This is the Small Angle E65 from Sigma, whereas this one is just a normal, I think just an angled brush, and I got this from Essence. I'm not sure whether it's still available. This is good enough, seriously. You don't have to spend too much money on a brush, obviously, but you can actually use somehow or the same as this. Also, for some people, they would prefer to use a tiny brush with a felt tip at the top to apply their gel liner. I'm not really a fan of that because it's really very hard to control, but sometimes I use it as well. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I really hope that you guys have actually found this video helpful. I'm not sure whether my explanation is good enough because these are some of the brushes which I use on an everyday basis, especially in my tutorials and whatnot, because I realized that I do not talk about my brushes that much. So I hope that this video helped. And thank you again to Natasha for the request. I hope that you guys have found this video helpful. And please give this video a thumbs up if you have found this helpful and if it's beneficial to you. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video next Thursday. Bye guys!